some big things to come in 2022, which I'm sure we'll get onto. But yeah.
Yeah, and I think as well, it's that marketing piece as well, because obviously that was something where people didn't have support before. And I mean, things like SEO and their own websites and knowing how to, or what things to put into that website, which means that they're gonna be found.
Yeah, well, a lot of people, just think that you got a landing page within the Keller Williams world as such, and then that's what you use. But for me, it's still your business. So having your own domain, having your own website, making sure that you're feeding that website the same way, that you are improving on SEO. There's a lot of content going on there and blogs and everything else. That's a business, and there's so many great agents out there that specialise in listing or whatever that their specialist field is within the industry, and it's quite daunting to say, well, what do I do? What's the building blocks to own my own business? And I think that's where we can really help people now. So yeah, I think it's been some huge changes.
And even that, obviously, we talked to one of the agents when they came in earlier today, and they were saying, it can be quite lonely on your own, when you start a business, especially if you're used to being in a corporate world, or in a high street with lots of people there, and suddenly you make that jump and you go out on your own because you're worth it and you should. But being on your own, sometimes people don't even like that. But again, that's the beauty of a market centre, this great space, having masterminds where people come in and obviously talk about what's working, what the challenges are.
Even working for me. I mean, I spoke to one of the agents yesterday. It was really interesting that, obviously what we've been through in the 2 years, obviously COVID and everything else that's obviously been there. People have kind of got used to working remotely, but also it's quite hard to be really focused and get the productivity side of your work done, and time blocking your lead generation or whatever that it is. You can get distracted. Even just getting used to just getting up after you've been sitting down for a while and just looking in the fridge and what shall I eat and things. Do you know what I mean? You can get distracted. And if there's children in the house, you can get distracted. So having a base is to even come in, whether that's 2 hours a day or 1 day a week or 1 day a month or whatever that it is, or just training. That's what we've got here now. And I think that just from a mentality point of view is absolutely massive. And I thought it was really lovely yesterday, even though this video will go out beyond now, so shouldn't have really said yesterday. But it was buzzy in here, wasn't it? There was like 20 odd agents in here, and it was just lovely to A, see people, but B, to chat and find out how it's all going and where the improvements are coming from and everything else. So it's just a great team environment. I think that's the biggest thing. When we first started the market centre, and we want to build a great culture and everything else that Keller stands for, but actually seeing it and feeling it is satisfying.
It really, I feel exactly the same. When everybody was in here and we were having those couple of sessions yesterday, and I remember going around the room to everybody and say, right, let's share what's working well for you, what's working well for you, and the amount of gold that came out of it, where people going, I love the idea, I didn't think to do that. And, it's just that constant sharing, and I think I said it before that, and I know I've definitely said it before, but I've never been in a position or in a place before in my life where everyone wants you to win. And it's an amazing feeling, isn't it, being in that environment? It's
very rare, particularly in the industry, because normally, even inside a branch, you've got, it's not infighting, but it's competitive. It's your lead, it's my sale, it's my purchase. It's like, it can be like that, and you've also got that with branch to branch. If you're part of a larger corporate or a larger independent, but here it's not really like that. As long as people keep to our standards, then everyone wants everyone else to win, because in actual fact it actually helps everyone else as the brand grows out. And we kind of need to make this actually work this out, but with over 80 agents inside our market centre, predominantly mostly all across Essex, we're probably the largest estate agency in Essex now.